Welcome to Solo Marvel Champion if you're new here, and welcome back if you're returning. Today I want to talk about the 4-pack challenge. This is something the Masked Hero and MC deck discussions talk about a little bit, and it's all about building decks with the core and only 4 packs from Marvel Champions. I like this a lot because back in the day when I was playing tournaments for Magic the Gathering, the most fun I ever had was limited tournaments. In a limited tournament, you get 6 booster packs, have a limited amount of time to build a deck with those packs, and then you go through a tournament. So my style here is a little bit different, or my point of view here is a little bit different. The Masked Hero talks about this from the standpoint of like new players coming into the game, and it can be daunting to feel like you have to buy the entire collection all at once. So he is talking about it from that perspective of just grab a few of the favorite things you like and use that to build some decks out of. I'm looking at it from the perspective of someone who owns everything in the game. And it can be daunting to narrow down which packs you want to use when you own everything. So I am coming at this with a randomizer. I'm going to randomize the packs I have access to and only build decks with those packs that the randomizers give me. I say that, but I do have a little bit of leeway. Here's the randomizer. The core set is always fixed. I'm always going to have access to the core. And then it's going to randomize 4 boxes or packs. But I have a few things that I am going to intervene with. Number one, I can't have duplicates in these 4 packs. So right here, War Machine is duplicated. I wouldn't be able to use this as my limited pool. Second thing is, I would like to have at least one box in here, one campaign box. Campaign box gives me 2 heroes and more player cards, so I would really like to have at least one box in there. Number 3, I'd kind of like some like material. So if I'm going to get a couple X-Men allies, or X-Men heroes, I would also like an X-Men box. That just helps smooth out some things a little bit. Also, these alternates are here in case I want one of these alternates. I can swap this in for one of the ones that's here. So those are my criteria for randomizing. Let's start randomizing and see what we get. Magneto, Galaxy's Most Wanted, Iceman, Gambit. That's actually a good pack. The problem is Galaxy's Most Wanted would go better here with Star-Lord and Drax. So I'm going to reject that set of cards. I'm going to reject that one also. Although Psylocke does have some good stuff, and I like the Psylocke hero. Magneto also has some good stuff. And I can sub Age of Apocalypse in for Mad Titan Shadow, but I'm going to reject that one. That one doesn't have a box. This could actually be interesting. And I don't care that Wasp is duplicated down here. I only want these top 4 to not be dupes. So Wasp gives me Ironheart, which I like. Sinister Motives has a lot of good stuff in it. Ironheart is fun. Storm is fun. And Hulk has one of my favorite cards for Avengers, and that's Inspired Presence. Or Inspiring Presence, rather. It's an event, 1 cost, ready an ally you control, and heal 1 damage from them. So I actually really like this setup. I think it's going to be good. And I'm going to sub Hulk in for Storm just because none of the rest of this matches the X-Men trait. So I'm going to use Hulk instead of Storm. Now I have my packs. This is what I've got. And I am not going to come over here and turn off the things that I own. I'm going to use a pack filter instead. So let's go to my decks and start a new deck. And I don't necessarily want to run Storm. I could run any of them from the core. And that... Sinister Motives, I think, also gives me the Gamora ally, which helps me set up a really fun combo with Black Panther. So maybe I run Black Panther here, but that's actually going to be really close to a deck I already have. And a deck I've talked about. I talked about it recently. So let's run a new Wasp deck. Because I'm pretty sure, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think, oh, yes, Ironheart came with Ingenuity. So that's going to be great for Wasp. So let's make a new Wasp deck. And I am going to use the pack filter. If I hold Shift when I click Core Set, when I let go of Shift, it's going to unclick everything else. Now I can go in and click the ones I am able to use. So I am able to use Wasp, Sinister Motives, Ironheart. Just a little bit farther up. Where'd Ironheart go? Right there. Totally missed her. And Hulk instead of Storm. That's going to give me a good mix. And I think already I want to go build a leadership deck. Let's go in here and make sure... Yep, I do have Ingenuity. That came in Ironheart. So I'm going to go ahead and click her on. Or Ingenuity on. Don't really need any of these other upgrades, or don't want any of these other upgrades. Here, I was going to say I should have Quinn Carrier available. I shouldn't have any side schemes. I do not. Let's go ahead and put resources in because I always forget to do that. Any other supports? Let's go to, I am going to run leadership, so let's click it on also. And see what other upgrades or supports I might want. I can run Inspired, especially since I'm going to be running... Let's go ahead and put this in here. I want 3 copies of Inspiring Presence. I'm going to run Make the Call, and I'm going to run Get Ready. Inspiring Presence is fun because I get the heal also, but Get Ready works as well, especially if I'm going to be putting Inspired on some of these. Now, let's look at allies. I like to have, in a leadership deck, at least 8 allies. We've already got Iceman, or not Iceman, we already have Ant-Man. I can't, yeah, I can. I was going to say I can't run Ironheart, but I can. I'm not playing Ironheart. Ironheart, Maria, I'm probably going to take Hawkeye, Mockingbird and Nick. I don't get Moon Girl here. That's fine. That's actually not a lot of good allies. I can't run Ghost Spider. And I guess I was wrong. I thought Gamora came in Sinister Motives. Can't run Ghost Spider. I can run Ghost Spider if I make the call for her. One of these should be Miles Morales, right? Yeah, we're going to run him because he's good for that burst of +2 when he comes in. 7, I'd like one more ally. Vision is expensive. I think I'm also going to go ahead and run. I've got 1, 2. Now I only have 2 cards that cost 2 or more in leadership, so I don't need power of leadership, power in all of us came in Wasp. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll probably run an Avengers Mansion. So I could run 2 power in all of us. I still want one more ally. What do I get? I don't have any shield supports, so I don't run Agent 13. Vivian can blank a non-elite minion. And she's cheap. Let's just take Vivian. So this is very different than my aggression deck, which I just lost to recently, or which I lost with recently. Very different. I can see wanting to shuffle Inspiring Presence back in, make the call. Several good things to reshuffle. Vivian I can reshuffle. Maria Hill. So this deck looks like it can be really good. I won't know until I test it. I'll probably test it against Expert Claw like I like to do. And Sinister Motives has some fun ones too. I really like Sandman in Sinister Motives, so I might test against that as well. And now I have my 4 packs. Corset, Hulk, Wasp, and Ironheart gets me a decent looking 42 card deck. I have to play it to see how it goes, but let's call this Wasp 4-pack challenge. I'll go ahead and save that, and I'll work up this description here, talk about why I'm using the cards I'm using, and I will publish this deck the morning that this video goes live, and it will be linked in the description. Now down in the description, I also have the Masked Hero linked and that article he wrote talking about the 4-pack challenge. So you can go read that there. You can also go to his channel there, and I have several other content creators down there in the description as well. So go check them out. Tomorrow I will run this Wasp leadership deck, and you can see how it goes. All right, that's all I've got today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a marvelous day.